Welcome back to Cosmetics Anonymous. I am your favorite girl, Bougie Vintage, and today's video is a chit chat. Get ready with me. I haven't filmed one in a couple weeks, so I'm excited to sit here in front of you today. Okay, I had my half a caffeine pill, so I'm litty, and I want to start things off by talking about Malik Yoba. If you guys are unfamiliar with who that is, if you're a 90s baby like me, you may have or may have not watched the show New York Undercover. My family used to watch that show together all the time, and so that's where I know him from. But he was also, is also a star, or was a star on Empire, but he was killed off early on. So for the last week or so, he's been making headlines because he came out as trans attracted, but since he's come out as such, he's starting to like backpedal, and I'm like, what, sir? You cannot backpedal after that. I guess now he's kind of trying to say like he's actually hetero, but a hetero man is not going to be attracted to a trans woman. Now it's different if he were to say, oh, attracted, but once I've found out that this person is not born female, I kind of step back and be like, oh, you know, could have fooled me. You know, that's not what he's saying. So now he's trying to say like he is a hetero man, but I think what he's describing sounds more pansexual than anything. And honestly, girl, before 2000 and maybe 16, I think most people were only aware of LGBT being straight, gay, lesbian, or bi. But now there's a lot more letters included, and obviously everybody always knew that trans people existed, but I don't think in terms of sexuality anybody really knew or understood that things like pansexual. I think most people are still actually ignorant to how many different types of sexualities there are, because if you're pan, then you don't really care about gender per se. You're just attracted to people. And so when Malik Yoba is talking, that's what he sounds like he's describing, but he's trying to now say I guess since all the backlash, since he's stated that he's an ally and that he is, you know, trans attracted, because on more than one occasion, trans people are being murdered. Lots of them are committing, and nobody's really shining the light on that. And so I think it's hard for people to come out and say what they like and what they don't like. And well, actually everybody says what they don't like, but I think it's hard for people to come out and say what they like. And so he came out stating that he's trans attracted, and now he's like reneging and saying he's hetero. Like, nah, my nigga, just stick to what you said. I don't think that he's helping anybody by now trying to claim he's a hetero man, but he's not. You like what you like, and that's just what it is. And at the same time, on the Breakfast Club, he was trying to like out Eddie Murphy and other people while he was talking. You can't be talking for other people, sir. Talk about your damn self. Keep it a buck and keep it the fuck pushing. If Eddie Murphy decides he never wants to admit what the people say about him, that's his business. It is problematic because a lot of his older stand-up, to me, was very telling, because he was really going in. It's not fair for Malik Yoba to go on Breakfast Club and talk about those other people. He needs to just talk about himself and accept what he is, and that's it. But it's the same thing with like Bobby Valentino, who has obviously he's been, you know, on the DL, and I think a lot of guys are. I think a lot of guys are too afraid to admit that because there is so much backlash. Like Malik Yoba thought he was doing something positive, and it all turned negative because people are making fun of him. And I don't think that's fair. Like, you cannot rag on somebody about their sexual preferences, because at the end of the day, they can't help that shit, period. Sorry, I have a nail appointment at 1 o'clock, girl. I need to leave here at 12:32, and so I'm trying to work quickly and efficiently, okay? So I guess I want to know what you guys think of the whole Malik Yoba situation. He's literally been on my timeline for like a week or two now, and I really just feel like people need to mind their business, because a lot of y'all baby daddies be feeling the same way. And of course, sometimes it may be harder to tell that somebody used to be male or used to be female if they fully transition. And so to me, there's nothing wrong with being attracted to somebody that is attractive. You know what I mean? You might be attracted to them, but then once you find out, if you are hetero and you find out that that person is or was not the original gender that they're now assigned to, or has been now assigned to them, if you're still attracted to them, then yeah, you gotta reevaluate and be like, okay, I'm not hetero, and I would probably date that person. If you think that, then you know you're not straight. And so I think that's what he's dealing with right now. If you do find out and you're like, whoa, and you're taken aback by it and you automatically get turned off by it, then you know you're straight and you could carry on about your day. Especially for males, like if you're fragile in that sense and you are spewing out toxic masculinity, then yeah, you're gonna be like saying things like no homo and blah 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 blah. But if you know who you are, it's not even gonna matter that you were or thought that who you were looking at was attractive and then you found out that they were male in a previous life. I was actually reading an article about this guy. I think he was from New York and his name is Reese. I believe it was Maurice, but his name was Reese. Oh my god, I didn't color correct. You see, I'm like all over the place. And he actually recently committed because there was a video of these people harassing him on the street side for his dating preferences, because he was dating a trans woman who you can tell is trans. You know, she didn't look, or she doesn't look like some other trans women look, where you can't, sometimes it's really hard to tell. I don't know, maybe because I'm a girl I can always tell, usually tell. And so a lot of times when people like say it, I'm not shocked by it. But he's dating somebody that you could clearly tell. The video, they were like clowning him for his dating preferences, and you know, he didn't kill her, he killed himself, because this video went viral and like it was just so heartbreaking. And I'm just like, why can't people just mind their damn business? Like, even if you don't agree with it, it's not for you to agree with. Like, who are you? It's not for you to agree with. Leave them the fuck alone. Like, it's honestly so sad that people can't just mind their business. Like, they had no business recording him and trying to humiliate him because he's attracted to what he's attracted to. Like, it doesn't change anything in your personal life to concern yourself about stuff that doesn't matter. Like, them making that video of him literally served no purpose. So just let me know what you guys think of the whole Malik Yoba situation. If you feel like he's backpedaling because of all the backlash, or if you feel like he genuinely thinks he's hetero, or he's just confused. But like, I feel like now he's just embarrassed that he came out, and he shouldn't be. Do you, my nigga? Like, oh my gosh. Anyway, moving right along, because I want to know what you guys are also thinking about or feeling about everybody going beyond meat. Shooter and I just did a vegan video the other day, but I don't think I could commit to being vegan or vegetarian. Every once in a while, Of course, I can eliminate certain proteins, but I really just, girl, I like a good steak. And so everybody, and you know I love chicken, so I've watched documentaries, I've seen it all. I think I'm just a little bit desensitized to things. I mean, yes, I have been turned off, but after a few weeks, it's like I don't care again, and I miss the flavors that I like. So I don't think I could ever fully commit, but I'm definitely open to it. Like, I'm open to trying different foods and stuff. The cauliflower wings were so good. Everywhere should serve those. Like, literally, I've been craving them since I had them. I could probably survive off of cauliflower wings. Maybe because I like barbecue sauce, I don't know, but they were like Korean style and they were so delicious. I'm definitely here for the cauliflower wings. KFC, Taco Bell, all these fast food chains are releasing these Beyond Meat things, and I just can't get jiggy with it because one, what the hell is Beyond Meat? I don't like what they're called. I don't like the name Beyond Meat. It sounds funny to me. And I've tried the Beyond Meat burger from A&W and I literally threw it up. Granted, I was pregnant at the time, but I was way past my morning sickness and stuff. Like, I had it at the end of my pregnancy where I shouldn't even be vomiting anymore. And it was probably the last time that I threw up because it was the only time in like my 3rd trimester that I threw up. I decided I was gonna try it. Shooter and I were actually gonna try it for a video, so he didn't want me to get it the day I got it, but I was like, no, I'll just try it now without you. Because I wanted to see what it's all about, because I kept seeing the commercial for it, Marketing Genius A&W, on YouTube. So I kept seeing it, and people in the commercial were like, oh my god, there's no way that's not meat. It tastes just like a burger. Bitch, you a whole ass lie. That thing tasted like, somebody told me it tastes like battery acid, and I said, you are so right. Because when I was eating it, I'm like, I'm trying to describe the flavor to Shooter, and I couldn't describe it. And then when somebody said it tastes like battery acid, I was like, yeah. You know how like battery acid smells? It tastes like that. It's disgusting. It tastes like plastic. Like, I don't want to eat plastic. Okay? I am not a toddler. I am not putting foreign objects in my mouth. So I'm definitely not here for the Beyond Meat anything. Now, I'm still going to go ahead and try different restaurants' Beyond Meat patties, because I think even Tim Hortons has Beyond Meat now. Like, everywhere is serving it. So I'm still willing to try different ones, but the one from A&W is canceled. KFC released Beyond Meat fried chicken, which I just like, what? Like, fried chicken is supposed to be fried chicken, okay? There's no way around it. You cannot do Beyond Meat fried chicken. If y'all are so adamant about not eating animals, why the hell are you naming your stuff after meat? Go get some tofu and call it a day. Because if you don't want chicken, if you don't want to eat chicken, why are you trying to name your food Beyond Meat fried chicken? Like, it's stupid. Most fast food restaurants are already offering shit. So I don't think that I would really necessarily want any food that was supposed to be healthy from a fast food spot. I mean, I feel like that defeats the purpose. It's supposed to be comfort food, but I guess this is supposed to be like some sort of inclusivity thing. I don't know, but if I were vegan or vegetarian, I would not be eating anything of the freaking sort. I don't know, it just doesn't sound right. Taco Bell is like instant diarrhea anyway. Their meat is like powdered. It's not real ground beef to begin with, so I would be very scared and worried about what the hell kind of meat or what the hell kind of faux meat they were making their Beyond Meat tacos out of. I just feel like if it ain't broke, don't break it, girl. No sense. It's 12:08. I better blend and get the frig out of here. My mustache needs to go, like, honestly. My eyebrows need to be done. I'm a whole ass mess. I should not be doing my makeup when I haven't taken care of my hair. Smash that like button if you guys want me to do a comparison video trying different Beyond Meats, Beyond Meat burgers, or Beyond Meat food options. Also, no, I'm in Canada, so I don't know if our Taco Bell is even getting the Beyond Meat. I don't eat Taco Bell often. I don't even know where a Taco Bell drive-thru is around here. There probably isn't one. I would have to go to one of the malls to get Taco Bell. I'm not a big junk food person. Like, you know, there's people that like go through to the drive-thru like weekly, at least once a week, maybe more than once a week. Bitch, I cook, okay? I think tonight I might make a shepherd's pie. So after my nail appointment, I have to stop at the grocery store. So let me know if you guys are gonna be trying Beyond Meat stuff. If you are, whether you're vegan or not, or vegetarian or not, are you gonna be trying that stuff? Also, let me know if there's Harvey's in America. I think it's a Canadian place though, so I don't think you guys have Harvey's, but Harvey's always had veggie burger options. I've never even had a veggie burger. Like, my friends used to get veggie burgers all the time. I've literally never tried a veggie burger. I have a weird thing with textures. I can't eat certain things because of how they mush in my mouth. So that's kind of why I stray from stuff like that. It's 12:12. I literally need to leave. I kind of want to hop back into the trans topic for a second because I actually meant to talk about this when I was talking about Malik, but I forgot. BET every year has an event called Black Girls Rock. There was a huge uproar because nobody that was trans was, I guess, awarded. And so they were called out for it, and like a lot of people are like arguing that it's silly because people are always saying trans women are women. And obviously there's a lot of people that disagree with that statement because trans women do not or have not gone through the same struggles we have as women from birth. They've had a different journey, and so people obviously argue that, and then when they do argue that, they're told that they're homophobic or transphobic, whatever. So Black Girls Rock was called out because they didn't have any trans representatives. And so people are like, okay, but if you guys are saying trans women are women, then they're automatically included in the discussion, you know? If they identify as women, there's no need to segregate and separate whether or not, or there's no need to put a trans in front of it, but they're saying like they weren't represented at all. But if you guys are women, then you were represented. It's like pick a argument and stick to it, you know? And so I see both sides. I think both sides are making valid arguments. Now, I'm only speaking from what I saw on a post. I didn't do any valid research, so my opinion on this, or me even talking about it, is a little, not irrelevant, but like it's hard for me to have a full opinion on the situation because I didn't do extra research. I don't know if like no trans women were invited to Black Girls Rock, but a lot of people, or from a lot of the comments I was reading on Shade Room, which can be pretty toxic, a lot of the comments were from Black women that were saying like, we can never have anything for ourselves and blah 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 blah. And so I want to know if you guys feel that way, or if you feel like it should be shared with trans women, or if you feel like they were included because they are women. What do you guys think about it? I personally feel like it was blown out of proportion. I think that you know, not everything needs to be an argument. I don't think that they needed to call BET out the way they did. But I saw a lot of ignorant comments saying like, the show is called Black Girls Rock. They can't be represented because they were not black girls. They didn't grow up as little black girls. They grew up as little black boys and blah, 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 blah. You know, like I just said, not everything needs to be said. At the end of the day, everybody is human. And I think that there's such a lack of human respect for people, whether they're of a different ethnicity, mainly black, or their sexual preference or their sexual orientation. Like, so yeah, she called them out, and she basically said that she's willing to bet that no trans women were invited or highlighted at hashtag Black Girls Rock. Is it 18 now? 18 black trans women have been killed this year, but no mention during the segment dedicated to the lives lost. And that could just be because that's just not on BET's agenda. Like, it could have just been like a slip. Because, yeah, I think there's a lot of people that do not consider trans women women. If they were considered that, nobody would be putting trans in front of it. But they do. There is a clear distinction between the two, because I think that there has to be a clear distinction between the two, because if there's not, say the person does not look, or you cannot tell that they are indeed trans, and a straight man is attracted to this woman, and this woman does not say that she is trans, and she never tells him. Obviously she has to tell him. I'm just giving a hypothetical. And this is a man that wants to have children with this woman, wants her to carry his children. Obviously it's not possible. That's why there has to be a distinct differentiation between trans women and women. I think it's in everybody's right to know who's who. Notice I didn't say what's what. Who's who, because they're people. So because no trans women were invited, I totally see her outrage. I mean, if some trans women were invited to the show, then I guess she really wouldn't have room to talk. But because none were invited, she has a whole lot of room to say something. And so I'm betting my bottom dollar. I don't know if BET made a statement. Let me check. But in 40 years, this year was the first year that they even highlighted Pride Month. And it's no secret that the black community is very, or can be, very homophobic. So there's no real surprise there. It's taken years for being gay, just gay, not trans, not like just gay, to be recognized as normal. And if we're being completely honest, a lot of the time it's still not recognized as normal. I really feel like it's just none of our business what the next person wants to do or how the next person wants to live their life. That's between themselves and the good Lord above. That has nothing to do with me, you, or anybody else. Rosy cheeks, girl. I look like a little British boy. We have lots more to cover, but I really have to leave my house and like go to my nail appointment. Or I'm not getting my nails done today. My nail lady's gonna like, you're too late, you cannot come. My appointment's at 1, so. But usually at this time on the road, people are not driving properly, and they're taking mad long, and there's traffic at every time. It's like 12 o'clock and people don't know how to act. It's like they're driving to go get lunch or something. I don't know. Like, stay at the office, bitch. I have a nail appointment to make it too. My upper lip is so hairy, it's disgusting. I cannot. So I'm not going to obviously do my eyes until I get back. Can't put on sunglasses, so I'm gonna look crazy with no mascara on, but it's whatever. I'm gonna finish filming when I get back. I will see you guys. It's been hours since I started my makeup, so if I look a little oily, girl, that's what it is. See, oh, I did my nails. You see a little cheetah print action. I think there's a lot of factors that go into the whole Black Girls Rock situation. And if no women were invited to the event, then they definitely have something to rave about, you know, because they don't necessarily have to be awarded. I think they just want to be acknowledged. And I don't know about y'all, but I love the show Pose. It's so freaking good. I really do just love Pose, and so I know a lot of people watch Pose, and so there's plenty of stars on Pose that they definitely could have invited. But yeah, maybe next year, you know, they'll have it together. But then, I mean, wouldn't it kind of feel like they're only being invited because they made a huge uproar about it? Especially if they were to be awarded. Like, I don't know. If I were them, I probably wouldn't want it, because it would feel like a here damn moment, like, you know. But yeah, anyway, moving on, because I also wanted to talk about the lady that got turned away at a nail salon. I don't remember what state it was in, but she was turned away because she was plus size. The salon basically stated that their chairs are very expensive and I guess expensive to fix. So basically they told her she's too fat to sit in the chair, and because of that, I guess she brought it to the news station because she was highly offended. Now, from what I was reading, I felt like the nail salon was speaking from prior experience. They wouldn't give her a pedicure. It's not like they wouldn't give her any service. They just didn't want to give her a pedicure because I guess one of their chairs had broken in the past based on somebody being a little bit too large. And so, if that's the case, I feel as though they should have a scale there if there is a supposed weight limit. I don't think that they were trying to insult her by telling her she's too big to get her nails done, or, you know, that they can't service her because of her weight. I don't think it was that kind of thing. And the woman that was turned away actually said that she has seen people her same size getting their pedicure, so she's confused as to why she's getting turned away. I would probably be offended if somebody told me I was too fat to get in somewhere. Like, I don't know. Maybe she should just take it on the chin and try to lose some weight. Maybe that was just, you know, God's way of telling her she is unhealthily large. So that's another situation where I see both sides. But they definitely can't just be looking at people and assuming that they are too fat to sit in their salon chairs. If there's really a weight limit on those chairs, then they need to have a scale. And if you look like you're, you know, big, or if you look like you could possibly damage the equipment, then they need to have you step on the scale and see if you are indeed going to damage the equipment. Because if it is, say, a 250 weight limit and you're 300 pounds and you sit on it and the springs bust, then what the hell are they supposed to do? They can't just be, you know, replacing the chair off of your $20 freaking or your $35 pedicure. It doesn't work like that. So I think both arguments are valid here, but I think it was just handled incorrectly. So the other thing I want to talk about is Tekashi 69, because we have not talked about Tekashi probably since I dyed my hair. I mean, if you don't know who Tekashi is, well, girl, then you're sleeping under a rock. But he had a very short run in terms of success, because before we knew it, he was getting, it's kind of like Bobby Shmurda, where he was getting bagged for crazy street-related offenses. And once he got in, due to the circumstances, it became very obvious that he was going to, quote unquote, be ratting on his associates. So everybody's calling him rat this, rat that, okay? The thing is, the people that he's ratting on, that were supposed to be his friends, they were plotting to rob him and kill him. And so he's supposed to testify, against them. And everyone is basically calling him a rat, blah, 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 blah. But in reality, I don't think we can really consider it that, because these people were supposed to be his friends and they were plotting to rob him and murder him. So how is he, like, I think it's far beyond street code. I mean, I guess a rat is a rat, but it doesn't make sense, because I don't think any one of these fake ass celebrities could really sit up there and say, if they found out that, say, their best friend, their right-hand man, was plotting to rob them or kill them, that they wouldn't take the stand. I don't give a fuck what they're acting like they would do right now, because they're not in the situation. But I just can't picture it. It's not like they were committing crimes together and they got caught and so he's ratting on them. That's not what this is. That's different, you know? If you have a co-accused and your co-accused decides to rat, well, that's between you and them. But if you're friends and everybody ends up going to jail for whatever, and I find out that you were gonna kill me and take my money, like, I don't know what the hell I would do, you know? That's really something you have to, like, be in the situation and live it out for you to even say what you would and wouldn't do. Because you weren't solid if you were trying to kill me, so I don't have any business trying to protect you. He had problems long before he ran into the issues that he has now, but he was never facing life in prison before. I don't know, it kind of just had a domino effect. But I don't know if I really consider him a rat. And I'm pretty sure, if my mind serves me correctly, somebody ratted on him before he even got to ratting. Like literally somebody gave him to the feds. They were building a case against him. And that's because they had inside help. So I don't know why everybody's calling him a rat. I feel like people aren't doing their proper research. Whew, girl. But that's neither here nor there. And it's crazy because before he went, he was like heavily linked with Nicki. Nicki kind of like, you know, embraced him. And everybody's giving her shit for it because his previous charges, if you don't know what they are, they have to do with sexual assault. And so everybody was saying like she likes to hang out with those type of people because her brother, blah, blah, blah. But that was her guy. Like that was her little friend. They have song together and everything. He was not liked by many people, but I think Nicki saw that he was not liked, and because she was being very hated at the time as well, she kind of linked up with him for that, and they had some sort of friendship because even after he got arrested, she posted like something for him, like a hold your head up type post shortly after he was arrested. So I would definitely say that they were friends, but she ain't posting nothing now. Speaking of which, if you guys watched my last chit chat, I talked about Hot Girl Summer and Nicki Minaj, blah, 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 blah. Your girl announced that she is retiring, and I think I called it, but I was saying that's exactly what she needs to do. Just hang it up flat screen, girl, because there's no real, like, she came, she conquered, she did what she has to do. Now she's moving on to her Fendi collection, which looks amazeballs. I can't say I'm not gonna buy anything. Her Fendi collection is looking so good. I feel like she's moving into different territories now, as she should. Like, she started off with Kmart, but Kmart was like Kmart, you know? She did what she needed to do for that time for her fans, and I think her fans can appreciate that. That collection that she had with Kmart was never available in Canada, so no, I didn't buy anything. But she always has had her perfumes and stuff. I actually used to have, somebody gave it to me though, like as a gift. I don't know which one it was. It was the black one. It was the black and gold one. And so I feel like, yeah, she's moving into new territories, and she is focusing on what's important, which is her family, because she definitely put that way on the back burner to focus on her career, and now she's getting up in age. She has to, you know, do what she wants to do. She wants to be a mom. She wants to have a family, and she's in love, and she's happy, and she's moving on with her life, as she freaking should. So I'm actually happy that she's retiring, but a lot of people are having an issue with it, which makes no sense, because these are the same people that don't like her, and they're saying, oh, of course she's gonna retire now because she can't take the heat. Now that other people are coming to compete with her, she's going out of business. Like, like, just stop. Like, there's like no pleasing these people. They hate her guts. They tell her she needs to like fuck off. And now that she's actually fucking off, they're still upset about it. This is why I always encourage people to just do what you want to do and don't even think what anybody has to say, because there's no way to satisfy every single human being on this planet. And what is the point? What does satisfying anybody but yourself and the people that actually matter to you? Those are the only people you should be looking to, you know, make happy, so to speak. Because no matter what you do, somebody out there somewhere is gonna have an issue with it or a critique about it and tell you that you need to do this or you need to do that. And for what? And for what? Just like how like Teka, like, because we're always seeing in the news or in the media that he's getting his cars repossessed and all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, people feel like they know him personally and they know his business and they can count the money in his bank account, which he has more than any of us, okay? And then when they see him buy a new car, they're gonna be like, they always comment and they're like, oh, that's gonna get repossessed too. But guess who had a big comeback this year, boo-boo? The one and only Teka. He had a huge comeback. I don't know, I always put these lashes on and I always regret it. I freaking hate them. I don't know what they are. They're not my usual. And it's crazy because Lady Lashes has sent me so many new pairs, but I forgot to bring them up here and I forgot to take them out of the box. I had some stuff to do today, so I didn't really get to, do everything I wanted to do, or I didn't get to film everything I wanted to film. But it's okay, because something tells me I'm gonna have a lot more time to film very soon. And as you can hear, my daughter needs me. She just woke up from her nap. Like, she is not in the mood. Giving my mom a very hard time. So in the comment section below, make sure you guys tell me all of your thoughts on today's topics. And if you want to suggest topics for chit chats, then definitely leave them below as well. Remember to be super positive, spread lots of love. And I think that's it. I love you all so much, and I'll definitely see you in the next one.